So I have quite a few mini bikes with a slide style carburetor, and they all have an intake manifold that's about I think I'm going to use this Coleman bike to do the 0 to 30 and top speed runs with. It has the VM22 with the long intake on it, and I already have a 59 rear sprocket on here, so it's easy for me to do consistent 0 to 30 runs with a smaller sprocket. It doesn't pull the front end off the ground. Some of the other bikes I have a bigger gear on there, and it's hard to get consistent with it. So at least with this bike I can get pretty consistent. I mean, it's not going to be too quick from 0 to 30, but it'll be consistent. So anyway, let me do a 0 to 30 and speed run with it, and we'll see what it does, and then I'll switch out the intake. 0 to 30 long intake. All right, the first 0 to 30 did 0 to 30 in 4.56. Let me see if I can back that up one more time, and then I'll do a top speed. Second attempt, 0 to 30. Stock VM22 intake. Okay, second attempt, 4.54. It's super consistent. So let me do a top speed now. Top speed run, VM22 with a stock intake. Okay, let's see what the top speed was. Okay, with this combo, the top speed was 56 miles per hour. 56.59 miles per hour. So let me swap out the intake and we'll see what it does. Okay, so let me swap out this intake. for this 1/2 inch intake. So going from a 2-inch intake to about a 1/2 inch. So we'll see what that does. All right, let me pull this carb off here. So what's cool about the VM22, it already has the O-ring on there, so I don't have to do a gasket. So that should work. All right. Got the carb on there, easy bolt on. So now let's go do a 0 to 30 and see if we can beat 56 miles per hour. And I think one of them was a 4.54. So let's go see if we can beat those times. Alrighty, let's go see if we can beat a 4.54 and a 4.56. 0 to 30, super consistent. And then 56 miles per hour. Okay, 0 to 30, short intake. Okay, let's see what it did. First 0 to 30 is 4.46. So it already beat it. Let me try it one more time to back it up. Short intake. Okay, let's see what the second attempt did. 4.72. So that one was a lot slower. Let me try to do it again to back it up. Back up that 4.46. Attempt 0 to 30, short intake. Let me see if I can back up 4.46. Okay, let's see what it did. Yeah, 4.82. So the last couple times it was actually quite a bit slower than the long one. So let me do a top speed. Okay, top speed run, short intake, VM22. Okay, let's see what I did with the short intake. Top speed of 56.59 miles per hour, so pretty much identical. Top speed too. Long intake, 2-inch intake versus short intake, a 1/2-inch intake. On this bike, it didn't seem to make much of a difference, because if you look at the numbers, the top speed was exactly the same. Top speed for both bikes was exactly the same, 56.59. And then 0 to 30, the long intake did a 4.56 and a 4.54. If you average them, 4.55. And then the short, 4.72, 4.46, and a 4.82 for 4.66. So I mean, on paper, it's even actually a little bit less quick, the short one. I mean, they feel identical riding it. So as far as this combo goes, just a mild Predator Hemi, it really doesn't make a difference. As far as performance goes, I mean, it would come in handy if you're trying to get the carb out of the way or it's sticking out too far. So I think later on, I'll take this intake and I'll try it on another bike with a different combo, a different engine, maybe this bike with a GX160 head, a rattlesnake cam, a little bit different cam. Short intake versus long intake, it doesn't look like it really makes much of a difference, but it might with a more modified engine or something with a bigger cam. So I'll try it out on a different combo and we'll see what it does.